Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamajit. Welcome back for anybody who is rejoining us. We were again having sound problems, so I decided to relaunch the broadcast. And so, again, I'll go ahead and repeat the announcements. Deborah, hopefully you're hearing me now. So, this coming Friday at 7 o'clock, looks like we're going to be doing our first fire puja of season, and it's going to be a puja and satsang to Kaligner Bhairava Kali, in fact, the Kali of the sacred fire. This is part 10 of our 12 Kalis of the Krama Tantric lineage. And then the following Friday, the first Friday in May, we'll be doing part 3 of our series of modern Jo practice for the West. Both of those will be at 7 o'clock in the evening. You're welcome to join us live at our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. And or you can join us live on YouTube. So let's go. We're going to do something a little bit different here in today's program. We're going to actually work our puja into the presentation of the different meditations. We're going to be doing 5 different meditations today. And Deborah, again, namaste. Glad you can hear me now. Thank you so much for letting me know that something was going on with that. So I invite you to take a comfortable seat with a straight back, maybe roll the shoulders back, close your eyes, begin to breathe deeply. And just take a moment to ground and to center, clear your mind, and prepare for yet another satsang of exploration, of learning, and of course, becoming closer to the divine, which will really be a strong emphasis on the first of the 5 meditations that I'll be sharing. So I invite you now to slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And as we usually do, we'll begin our practice by chanting the syllable Om 3 times. Inhale. Om Pavitra Pavitruva Sarvadistam Gatopiva Yashmare Pandarikaksham Sabhyabhyanta Sushi. Om Shuklam Bharadhanam Vishnum Sashivanam Shatubhajam Prasnavananandaya Sarva Vigna Pasantaye. Jai Ganesha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshvara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guru Ve Namah. Jai Guru. Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukameva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshyamamritat. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shiva Datri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jaya Budhita Harani Jaya Sarvagati Devi Kalaratri Namostute Jai Makali. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath. Once again, sit comfortably, upright with a straight back, or you could even be lying down in Shavasana. Close your eyes, breathe deeply and slowly. And again, use the breath to clear your mind of everything that's in the way of you experiencing the present moment. Breathe away the thoughts of yesterday and tomorrow. Breathe away the cares of the day. And now I invite you to repeat to yourself these statements. Just repeat them silently. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. Let's repeat it again. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. So begin to move from the ideas expressed by these words into the feelings that they convey as we repeat them 3 more times. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. One more time. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. So as you repeated these statements, where do you feel these statements beginning to manifest physically? The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. So as we continue to repeat these statements, notice where they manifest physically, where you feel them in your physical body, and also begin to notice what emotions these statements induce in you. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. And just allow these transcendent qualities to awaken you on all levels as we continue to repeat them. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. The highest principle is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. I am this principle. I am Shiva. I am Shakti. So I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of this meditation. And just check in with yourself and just notice how you're feeling at this moment. What effects do you notice from this first meditation? The repetition of these words on a number of different levels. And then taking another deep and clearing breath. Slowly opening your eyes, keeping a relaxed gaze. Shiva is all-knowing, all-powerful, and all-pervasive. Since you have these same divine qualities, you are similar to him. Recognize the divine presence within yourself. So that's verse 109 of the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. So in this non-dual approach, the divine is perceived not only externally, like the statues on our altar, but also within each of us as well. And the purpose of this work is therefore to become aware of our divine nature, so that we can access it at any time and acting on its guidance. Really, the goal is living your life acting in a co-creative role with the divine in whichever form you perceive that divine presence. So we'll continue the puja. We've offered perfume oil for our physical self. Offer fruit, the water element, for our emotional selves. We've offered a flame representing our actions and our ability to transform. Offered incense representing the mental part of our being, our intellectual side. Water to cool the atmosphere. And we offer a flower to represent our spiritual side and the blooming forth of our potentials. So again, I invite you to close your eyes, sitting up straight or lying down, breathing deeply and slowly. Again, clear your mind and prepare for our next working. So I invite you now to choose a quality of yourself that you especially resonate with. Loving, spiritual, free, helpful. Just go with the first quality of yourself that you thought of as the best one to work with in this moment. And then repeat this quality to yourself. So you could say loving, loving, loving. Just an example. Maybe match it with your breath. Or you could say that you are this quality, like, I am helpful, I am free, I am spiritual. And again, repeat it to yourself over and over again, like a mantra. The next several breaths. As you continue repeating this personal mantra to yourself, gently move from the idea expressed by the words into the experience of it until you become this quality. Merge with it. Feeling it in your being. And then begin to notice quality and where it's manifesting itself physically. Is there a part of your body that's feeling more open, more warm, or just your awareness just naturally gravitates there? Maybe a feeling of personal power manifesting physically. And then begin to notice what emotions manifest as you contemplate this quality. And then what actions do you think about that relate to this quality? And then as you think about this quality, What are the accompanying thoughts or memories that this invokes for you? And what aspirations for the future does this quality produce in you? The near future or the future far ahead? Now take a deep and clearing breath. And remember that just as waves arise from water, flames from fire, light rays from the sun, winds from the atmosphere, tastes from food, odors from flowers. Remember that the various waves of consciousness that emanate as the universe arise in you as well. Take a moment and just acknowledge the fact that you are the concentrated manifestation of the entire divine universe. And take another deep and clearing breath. And again, check in with yourself and just notice how you're feeling. What changes the meditation has produced. And then again, slowly open your eyes with a relaxed gaze and come back. Just as waves arise from water, flames from fire, and light rays from the sun, contemplate the different waves of consciousness that emanate as the universe and how they all arise within you. That's verse 110. So again, just as you are a manifestation of the divine, so you are a manifestation of all the powers and qualities of the universe. I'm going to turn the camera my direction now. And I invite you to make yourself comfortable. You won't be closing your eyes right away. Just breathe deeply. And notice first with the inhalation and exhalation how there's a gentle rocking motion. comes with your breathing, and just let yourself come more and more into that motion so that the rocking is more pronounced. And then begin to raise your arms, your hands. And just let yourself move freely. No right or wrong, just moving with the moment. Getting the spine involved, your shoulders, and your neck, and jaw be loose. Find the joints becoming looser and freer. And now suddenly stop. Bring your hands to your lap. Sit quietly. Close your eyes. Continue breathing deeply. And just notice the effects that free-form movement called Tandava Kriya had upon you. Maybe your breath is a little more open. Maybe you feel more relaxed. Maybe some tension has left your body. Whatever it is, just be aware of it at the moment. And now as you sit with your eyes closed and breathing, throw yourself fully into the memory of anything you recently experienced physically that was physically enjoyable. Enjoyable and vitalizing. Whirling, walking, running, riding your bike, dancing, lovemaking, or some other joyful activity. Just replay that memory in your mind. Re-experience it. Savor it. Enjoy the memory. And now take a deep clearing breath. And just stop the memory. Just let it drop away and just be there in the moment. And just notice the feelings of pure aliveness that came from replaying and re-experiencing that memory. Stay with it. And then take a deep and clearing breath. And again, just check in with yourself. And again, just notice the effects of that meditation. And then as you feel ready again, slowly open your eyes, keeping your gaze relaxed. Whirl your body around and around, and then all at once fall to the ground. When swirling energy ends, you are in a wonderful state. Verse 111. This is a meditation that little kids do naturally. This is one of the verses that's been interpreted as related to Tandava Kriya, the freestyle movement meditation of Kashmiri Shaivism. This variation of Tandava can be done either sitting or standing. And there are previous demonstrations of this practice on this YouTube channel, and I invite you to look back at earlier programs and try them. The second part of this meditation is more of a mental exercise. It can be applied to any pleasurable activity. It reminds us that anything that's physically enjoyable, anything that's energizing to us, again, like whirling, dancing, sports, acts of love, all of these can aid in the shifting of our consciousness to a higher state. The key here is to just linger in that moment of stillness at the end of the activity. And just savor that experience. So I invite you to once again close your eyes and resume the long, slow, deep meditative breath that we've been starting the other meditations with. Just again, use these breaths to clear your mind. Turning your awareness to the present moment. And now remember a time when you experienced a mental impasse, a feeling of indecision, a mental blockage, being at a loss for words or an inability to make a choice. A time when you're just stuck. Maybe it was due to being exhausted or just not knowing what to do. So just go to that moment when your mind collapsed and just gave up all thinking for a little while. Hold your attention to this moment when you really had no choice in the matter. You just automatically stopped all mental struggle. And notice that when that happened, maybe just for a short amount of time, you were thought free. And as you focus on that thought-free state, notice how the intense energy of the frustration surrounding that moment is now being released. Just focusing on that moment of stillness. Release from being trapped in your struggle. And then just stay with that freed energy and let it take you into a place of oneness. And take another deep and clearing breath. Letting go of the meditation. Again, checking in with yourself. Noticing the effects of this practice. And then again, slowly opening your eyes. When you experience a mental impasse, whether due to a lack of energy or to sheer ignorance, your mind will be at some point dissolved from the intensity of the agitation. Become completely absorbed in the energy at the end of the agitation, and the awakened state will appear. So that's verse 112 of the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. So, as in the previous meditation, the focus here was on using intensity to bring us into a thought-free state. So, in this meditation, we see that even the intensity of mental frustration can be a gateway to that non-dual state. That's the goal of really all of these meditations in this Tantra. The intense frustration of a blocked situation will at some point cause our mind to just simply give up. And in this moment of mental collapse, we spontaneously shift into that thought-free state for a short time. According to some brain experts, this is the moment when a neural connection is in the process of being established. And if we're aware of this mental shift and choose to stay in that pure energy of that experience, this energy itself, free of all thought, will then carry us beyond our separate self into that experience of pure being. And this is why people often report moments of tremendous insight that come when they finally just stop struggling. As with other meditations on life experience, we can practice this meditation in two ways. We can recall a memory of such an experience, or we can catch that moment as it occurs in our life. employing memory, which is what we did in this form of meditation, is one way to be prepared when such a moment arises in the future. So now again, make yourself comfortable, sitting in a meditative posture that works for you. And begin to breathe deeply, keeping your eyes open. And even though your eyes are open, turn your attention towards your inner being. Remaining deeply centered in yourself, simultaneously extending your awareness outward so that it's evenly spread all around you, encompassing and embracing everything. Your gaze is wide open externally, and at the same time, it is deeply centered in your inner awareness. You're looking out from an unshakable, stable inner place. Now let the distinction of outer and inner dissolve, so that only pure being, pure awareness, pure bliss, pure oneness remain. And take a deep and clearing breath. letting go of the meditation. And again, just checking in with yourself and notice how you're feeling at the moment. I'm feeling a real nice sense of peacefulness myself. Listen carefully as I reveal the entirety of this mystical tradition. Fix your eyes without blinking. The state of liberation will be there immediately. So this is verse 113. So this famous open-eyed meditation came to be known as Bhairava Mudra. Bhairavi being the form of the Divine Mother who is prompting Lord Shiva, Lord Bhairava, to share his wisdom. In it, our awareness focuses both inward and outward at the same time. So we're looking out at life from the core of our being, but in this mudra, this divine gesture, our gaze is simultaneously directed inward as well as outward. As above, so below, as within, so without. Our awareness is then deeply unshaken, centered in the inner being, and at the same time it's extended literally, thrown outwards in all directions, evenly spread all around. So with this dual focus, our thinking spontaneously stops, and the distinction between inner and outer is allowed to dissolve. There's just the one. We are one with our experience, only pure being, pure awareness, pure bliss remain. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center, acknowledging that divine presence within yourself, realizing that you are the microcosm. The whole universe manifests within you. Giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice. Namaste, blessing always. Jai Mata Di. Thank you everybody for watching this evening, including Deborah. Again, thank you for your help and pointing out that we were having sound difficulties again, so I could quickly resolve those. Look forward to you joining me Friday for our fire puja to Ma Kali Narudra Kali, Kali of the divine flame. Till then, have a wonderful night. Jai Ma. Thank you again.